on when I thought it was off. So you probably saw me just rushing to say, I thought I had an extra couple of minutes. I was a bit famished, right? I was a bit famished. Let me tell you. I walked into the room. I looked at the camera. I looked at a little thing. It said, "Oh, I've got 2 or 3 minutes. No problem, no problem." I don't know what I did. I straightened a couple of things up, came and sat down, and it was time for showtime. So I was like, I better click the go now button, right? I better click the start button. So I did, right? And then I think I was on camera. I have to wait and see. I have to watch the playback. But anyway, that was my last few minutes for you. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope you're all very well. Oh man, you know what is not very well? The state of bloody Star Wars. Me. Oy vey. That is not here. Let me just fix this a little bit. There you go. Yeah. Oh my God. Obi-Wan Kenobi is weird, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi is unbelievably awesome in places, but mostly super cringe, right? It's super cringe. I mean, who's this made for? Kathleen Kennedy, right? This is made for Kathleen Kennedy and nobody else. It's really, really weird. It's like they sneak the Star Wars bits in around Catherine's edicts. I just don't get it, right? I don't get it how that's I don't get how the world's able to work that way, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, I have said the culture war's over, right? The culture war is over. It's only, the sign it's going to be over is when Disney submits, right? Right now, Disney's has been silent, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They've lost how much? 40% of their market share. They lost 60% of their favorability rating, right? Which is not good news, right? Not good news. Yeah, they're reviled, right? Disney absolutely. But when they submit, right? And we're only going to be able to see it through their new content. But as long as they're still got all this, rainbowy people thing for 3-year-olds, it's weird, mate. I mean, honestly, 6-year-olds shouldn't be sexual in any way. I wasn't, and I'm super horny all the time, right? It really. I mean, if I could have a latency period. And again, I want to really, really stress how super horny I really am all the time, right? It's like some kind of bizarre curse, it was like a gypsy curse, so horny. Oh, no! But it's just I can remember, quite frankly. I just assumed it's normal. Who knows what dares to dream? Anyway, I digress. Obi-Wan Kenobi is awful. It was awful. It's shockingly bad, which is really weird because it's like there's little diamonds in that piece of shit. Oh, kills it. You'll see when I go through it. You will see. Is Doctor Who about to get called again? I think it's sort. If they don't notice Jodie, it is cool again, right? As long as Jodie's not in the spotlight in any way, it is cool again, which is really weird, right? As soon as she vanished, it became okay to like Doctor Who. It didn't feel like forced. They're like, say, hey, oh my God, Legend of the Sea Devils. No, nobody watched it, mate. We all hated it, right? It was like, and there's no way of being. I don't know. The media's has its arse handed to it so many times now. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they'll ever change ways. But Disney, we got to see the end of woke. This has got to go down, essentially, right? This has got to go down. It's scared right now, but it hasn't gone down, right? We've seen. I think. Star Trek: Strange New Worlds is a white flag, right? Yes, they're still making another season of Discovery and Picard. That was already baked in. That was already probably Discovery as well. probably Discovery seasons 3, 4, and 5 were always baked in, right? Was always happening, right? And from decision making made many years ago, right? When all they needed is some content, right? But but I think Star Trek Restoration Worlds is a real admission that of failure. I mean, there's no other way. Hi, we're gonna do the exact opposite of what we've been doing. Oh, you quite like that, right? And it's straight because it's. Here's the thing: they can put that on like they should put an episode of that on CBS, right? And it will get them subscribed. Would it get them subscribers? No, they just want to. Okay, Apple needs to buy Paramount. Really, that's what needs to happen. Firstly, Apple could use a little bit more popularism, and having like the CBS content is actually kind of it opens up a whole new demographic to them, right? Right now, Apple is very much like artsy intelligentsia. Yeah, no, you want a little bit more popular as well. You want Survivor, right? But also they'll get the full Star Trek library. People signed up Apple Plus just for that. Like nobody's signing up to CBS or Paramount Plus. Leave me alone, right? It's not international. But if Apple Plus had all Star Trek movies and TV shows, boom, yes. I'm sorry. If they're making new content that more so, and I think they could. All these things can be saved. I mean, people. Oh man, I'm really about to throw up. People are really, really down on the new RTD era now. I guess I think they're right. I did like an over-hour video today about it. I went over not Bleeding Cool, the Bounding into Comics article, right? And I really went over. It's like to say it's going to be awful in the same way Chibnall was awful. It could be, but I think you really have to squint, right? You really have to ignore stuff to see it that way. And honestly, that he wore a kind of gay jacket on the red carpet, and they put that picture on Doctor Who magazine. It's what they wear. What do you want me to tell you? It's like what they. I mean, actors. Oh shit, man! Could I get in trouble? Oh, I mean, no, red carpet actory people, right? Man, thank God I clarified that. It's what they wear. Red carpet actory people, right? It used to be women with a high fashion. Now it's men because everything's, there's no boundary between gender, and that's hip and that's cool now, right? So, so that's basically all it was. And yes, Yasmin Finn is in it. I don't think she's the companion, right? I think people need to calm the hell down, right? I mean, look. While I think the culture war is essentially ending, right? I think culture war is over in that, we've reached a bit of the fulcrum and it's full. I mean, the Allies had won the Second World War a good year before they won it before the surrender. I mean, I'll give you another great example. Today is Jerusalem Day, right? Today is Jerusalem Day. With you might see probably on the BBC. And it's been like cunts. You might see all these articles about the nationalistic pride parade in Israel. What it is today is Yom Yerushalayim. Today is Jerusalem Day, which is today is the day that the old city of Jerusalem was captured by the paratroopers. Turns out in a little less dramatic fashion than I thought it was. Essentially, the 6-Day War was over in 1967. 6-Day War was over in about a day and a half. Right? It was like the Egyptian army lasted. They went about nearly 20 hours. The Jordanians went 36. And who else? I mean, everybody crumbled. Syrians. I mean, it was basically because Israel committed its entirety of its air force to one raid that was stunningly successful. That wiped out Egypt's air force on the runway. I mean, it was. I mean, like, it was such a simple plan, right? The first set goes in, they blow up the runway. Right? Don't think it take off, right? And then they just bombed everything, right? And then they just wiped out the entire Air Force. Once you don't have an Air Force, you have complete supremacy in modern war, right? Like your tanks need air support, otherwise they're going to be blown up, which is exactly what happened, right? Exactly what happened. So it was, and also it was this. If you're religious Jewish, it's today's a miraculous day, right? We said this extra special prayer called Hallel, which is when people go Hallelujah, I can't say the rest of the word, but it's the name of God. Yeah, right. Hallelujah. Like that. That's the break up like that. It's probably okay. But the sorry. We had the special like praise prayer today. It's a big deal, right? It's a big deal. Like it's what Jews have prayed for a couple of thousand years, right? You know, and so anyway, it was over in about a day and a half, right? From what I can, and then it was essentially the very, very anti-religious general Moshe Dayan trying to stop there being any kind of Jewish conquest. So, like we only really kept the old city because nobody understood why we would give it up, the Jewish quarter. Right, and people just moved in straight away. I mean, like it was like people had been exiled there for 19 years, and they came back like really, really quickly. It's funny. I used to pray in the synagogue there called the Ramban Synagogue, which when I was there, you know, you had this little like synagogue. It was kind of a basement thing. That's why I kind of liked it. And then on top, you know, you had this like the ruins of it, and this like new modern arch because it was one of the things that was destroyed after the 48 war. When we it was for the first, that was the only 19 years that Jews didn't have access to the Western Wall. All right, so I mean that reoccupation you just couldn't, because it was people's homes. They just went and moved back. Yeah, it wasn't that long. It was pretty, and also the Arabs had fled. So that. But you know, I mean that should have been the Messianic age, right? We should have. If one was full of religious fervor, you would have you would have rebuilt the Jewish temple at that point, which is on Temple Mount. The only trouble is you would have to get rid of stuff that's there right now, which is kind of important to some other people, right? so that's where the entire Middle East thing conflict came from, right? Because they just assumed that's what we were going to do, and we just, I mean, it was basically Moshe Dayan that stopped us doing it. Yeah. So today's Jerusalem. How did I get sidetracked into that? I don't know. Today. So you might see the thing about there being a nationalistic what's the word? Parade in Jerusalem. So what it is on today to celebrate this, the youth, the religious youth, they do a march around the walls of the old city, right? Because we feel that we captured that in war, so you know, and we kind of did, right? We kind of did. So that's going on right now. So that's going to be portrayed as, you know, this very, very provocative, provocative. It depends. If you here, I'll show you some pictures. If you want to say that Jews living in Israel is a bad thing, yeah, it's provocative. Right? You know, I don't know what to tell you, mate. If you're able to, like, I mean, and I will point out the only group that's ever allowed anybody access to their holy sites when they controlled it was the Jews, right? So yeah, I'm going to show you. No, I don't want to join your WhatsApp group. Piss off. There you go. So my son's probably there. Hang on. 55 years after the reunification of Jerusalem, thousands of Ute gathers around the for the annual Jerusalem flag parade, ending at the Western Wall. Right? Yeah. We'll play a bit of video from it. Okay, there you go. See, I'll tell you if I see my kid. Okay, you play me an ad. Okay, they're trying to sell me diapers. I think this is the health insurance. It looks like it to me. Okay, there you go. Let's. Hey. How dewy can you get? If I do full screen, that like. No, I can't see anything now. How do I escape from this? No, get me out. Let me out. Now I'm trapped. Can I make this bigger? Full size. No, I don't want full screen. Oh, I can't work it out. Wait, look. So, it doesn't seem that seditious to me, but you might see it reported on the news as like white hate, white supremacy. It probably will. Anyway, how is that connected to being down on the Ross Lee Davis era? I can't really tell. I can't really. Listen, I don't know. To me, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. To me, it looks like we're going to have good characters, good stories. Yasmin Finney, yeah. It's a biological male wearing a dress. I hear it. I'll presenting as female. However you want to say it. I understand it. Here's the thing. This is what you got to understand. Well, so I was talking about the fulcrum of combat, right? So I think we're over. We're past the point of no return. There's no way we can't win the culture war now. It's still going on, but it's gonna get better as it goes along, right? I've got another year. I reckon Disney's gonna break and go down. Anyway, but the battle to normalize being trans, that's also over, right? That battle's done. It's normal to be trans now, right? People going to say we were saying it's not normal. Now it is. Like what's the definition of normal? You see that it's like not that weird, right? A couple of years ago, it was a bit weird. Now it's like, okay, so what, right? So that battle's over as well. Having a trans character in it, who gives a shit? I mean, really, it's really my genuine opinion, and I'm not somebody who's really, Yeah, I'm a bit Bible friendly, mate, not LGBTQ plus friendly. Although I'm friendly to all people, right? I'm not friendly to the philosophy of queerness. Generally speaking, I don't think it's. When I say not friendly to it, I don't think it's healthy for anyone. Well, I think it's perfectly okay to be gay. Other than God says it's an abomination. That's not me. Honestly, if it's down to me, I wouldn't give a shit. Okay, genuinely, I think you know me well enough to say, okay, each your own, mate. I didn't write the Bible, okay? And I'm not even saying I think anybody who attacks anybody, in the name of God, is a bit of a dick. Really, God doesn't need your help, mate. God doesn't need your help, right? God just needs you to be a nice person, okay? Which is a much bigger battle, right? Much bigger battle. Fine, let me get to the chat. Let me say hello to some people. Jordan Lee is here. Lucas almost nothing but contempt for the fans. Yes, it does. Well, it has contempt for, the deplorables. She and Hillary Clinton. They love Kenobi. They didn't like the bits with Ben Kenobi there. They were a bit icky. But the bits without Ben Kenobi, freaking awesome. They love those bits. Logan Price is the same as I say. I fundamentally disagree with you. What? Again, yes, Yasmin Finney is a biological male presenting as a female. That is true. That is not something abnormal in 2022. I'm sorry. It just isn't, right? It just isn't. Honestly, I think the end of days are here, like a biblical end of days. And I think by November 2023, it will be abnormal, right? I really genuinely, I hope no, I'm not saying wishing ill on anyone. I'm genuinely not. I would like us all to get on and, make a TP out the desk, man. We'll all be hippies and live together. No, that would be nice, right? That would be I really actually mean that, right? So I think it's going to be it will be an interesting snapshot in time. That's how I'm going to view it. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see where they're going. Up until now, I'm sorry, Russell Davis has never not delivered quality entertainment, be it Doctor Who or not. Right? That's what I mean. Since he became Russell T Davis, right? One of the things. Why don't you? I don't know. But I like Dark Season, so like he normally does. Yes, he's gay. He's woke. Yes, all these things are true. It always has been. Nothing's changed, right? Nothing has changed. Other than I think the culture war's over, right? And watching it in the shadow of the culture war makes all the difference. Soren says, yeah, I like putting my friends in danger. Let's pull up that thumbnail. 1 second. Where is it? Doink. I got so many things I need to post. Hang on. Let me move this over here. We go. Really? Come on, you can do it. There you go. Now open all things at once. Yeah, not only that, I just don't think that jacket is that gay. I mean, people are like, it's the gay. I've been going through the comments, and people are like, it's the gayest thing ever. Really? I don't think it's that gay. I mean, I don't want to be a dick about it, but I really don't think it's that gay. Do you think it's that gay? I don't know. Didn't feel that gay to me, mate. I mean, it didn't bother me by being too gay. What's bothered me by being too gay? Let me think. I think Batman being gay, that bothers me, right? That does bother me. I can see James Bond having gay sex but not being gay, right? It's a big difference. Big difference. I just reckon he's a cosmopolitan chap. But Batman, I really, that's really sure. And I haven't read it, so I don't know. But if Batman is gay, that seems a bit much, right? Batman shouldn't suck dicks, baby. Batman shouldn't suck dicks. I think that's really. I think everybody at DC needs to know that. As part, I don't know what else they have in their orientation, right? When they get here, congratulations, you are now working at DC Comics. Here's the orientation: Batman does not suck dicks. Batman does not suck dicks. Thank you. That's easy, right? Easy peasy, chocolate squeezy. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. All this running around trying to get my phone repaired. Oh, man, I got my phone repaired. I'm really chuffed about it. It was cheaper than I thought. And the bloody loudspeaker that just rattles on a certain videos and the orders make it just. I'm terribly sorry. The bloody smoke detector keeps going off last night at random. Man, you have not had a good couple of days, have you? Listen, kids, don't do drugs, but may I recommend weed? I mean, that seems to be, something that might help you out there. PD Richard says, no, Rabbi is not the greatest for his audio quality. Too. Although I was really transfixed on the whole stream last night. It was a really great stream. I wanted to comment, but I felt like butting in, right? But if you haven't heard last night's stream, it was a really good one. All right, he was saying basically the same thing. Like, I like it. If I like something, I'm gonna tell you I like it. If I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it. Right? I can't wait to go over Kenobi. Oh my god. Yeah, my audio quality not the best, mate. I'm going to tell you, built for comfort, not for speed, darling. I'll move my phone further away. Problem being, gave me that advice, but I just think I got too much, signals going on in here. But Peter, I just saw you sent me a message which was more involved, and I haven't replied to it yet. I'm terribly sorry. By the way, if you want, I'll reply to it right here. You got to let me. I'll look 25 minutes in. I'll keep an eye on the chat around that time. If you want me to answer right here, I will. I just saw it's more like a ready, thinky thing. So I think I should be okay with the Rabbi because my phone seems to rattle on certain voices. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out how the Rabbi rattle is, baby. Rabbi rattle. I like it. We got to market those things. Like my little face, and the kids go and shake it. I like that idea, mate. It's got to be 3-dimensional though. So we've got to make it a gazillion of them in China. Matthew Powder's there. How you doing, Matthew Powder? Thank you for joining us. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, both of them are here. Still, my favorite rendition of Jekyll and Hyde is the movie of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The movie of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I thought had that very Simon Bisley design. Rabbit looks different. New haircut. Yes, I am short. Oh, thank God. Well, there's a tradition that, during this period of time, which is coming to the end, where we're at day 43 right now. That's about to end. Or day 43 or 50, right? The first 33 days of that is kind of a semi-morning time, so you don't listen to music and you don't cut your hair, right? So I was able to do it for like 10 days ago. I just haven't got round to it. So there you go. Yes, I'm freshly shorn. I'm feeling good for it. Why did Leela yeet herself off the roof? Why is Leela the best ever? I don't know what's going on, but okay. I just want to say I'm sorry if I come off as snappy. I'm just, dude, it totally cool, mate. I don't interact with the chat that much at this point after I see people and say hello. Mr. PC Gaming Forever is still here, sir. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining. Paul Tosland is here. How are you doing, Paul? Thank you for joining us. More casting announcements that keep coming. The more confident I am, the box ticking is continuing. Is it box ticking, right? Is it box ticking? I think it sort of is and sort of isn't, right? You know what it's like? It's kind of like the abortion argument. Which I'm just thinking about. Okay, just want to have a quick aside. My thoughts on the abortion argument rather than abortion in general. The problem is neither side will recognize when the other one's saying anything true, right? So the pro-life side, which is me, they would never concede that the baby in utero is dependent on its mother in a fundamentally different way, in a biologically plumbed-in way. When it's in utero, and so the will of the mother can subsume it, right? So the argument of it's like it's my body still works even though it's a separate body. I mean, in my opinion, right? So I think that's something that should be conceded. It is a woman's body, 100%. Okay, I agree. I don't think that prohibits men from being part of the discussion. That's it. Like, what happened if like one woman murders another woman? Can a man be on the jury? It's just silly, right? No, we're all people. We're all human beings. Okay, that's the way to look at it. So anyway, and then the pro-choice side will not concede that thing growing in utero is also a life, right? It's also a life. I think the argument is this. Does life have intrinsic value, right? I think the people who are secular who are up to the 9-month abortion thing, I think they feel that life only has value when you have done something with it and you've created connections. Like when you remove that life, it will cause hurt and pain for others, right? And disruption, right? So I think that's what they have a problem with. But a newborn baby, that doesn't know anyone. It's fine, right? If the parents want to get rid of it, it's fine. Who gives a crap? I mean, because I don't think they view life as having intrinsic sanctity, right? Because it's them, it doesn't, right? When they say it's a pile of cells, well, it's still a pile of cells after it's born, right? It's still, but it's it is a life, and it is dependent on its mother for existence in a fundamentally different way than it's dependent on its mother after it's born, right? So I think both those things are true. So it's it makes it an interesting gray area. Anybody, I think, who says 100% one way. I mean, if you have a religious conviction, that's fine. I'm just saying, if you were looking at it from this a rationalist point of view, anybody who says it's one way or another, 100%, I think is incorrect. Right? I think I mean, I don't know. The ban they've done in Oklahoma is a ban on elective abortions, right? So if it's a case of incest, rape, you can have an abortion. There's completely an exemption to that part. If it's the medical need, if the mother's life's at risk, there's no problem whatsoever. But other than that, it's because it's a life, right? But from conception, I think honestly, I think break people into it. Firstly, look from a Jewish perspective, I believe it's 40 days after conception that the soul enters into the fetus, right? So that's when I would say judge life as being. But I don't know. Sooner rather than later. But I just think if the pro-choice people can concede it's a life, and then the question becomes: does life have sanctity? Right? Does if it has no connection, does life have sanctity? If you think it does, it does, and that's really your fault line. And that's the real discussion to have. Anyway, thank you for that short aside on how to solve the abortion question, or actually how to actually get to the real argument. Peter Rich, can you get Anakin Skywalker figure with his armor legs? Oh yeah, they do have those, I think. So yeah, I don't know. It's honestly, I have to see what they're going to do. Right, thus far, Russell Davis. I'm asking Paul Tozer. Russell Davis just has a track record of delivering solid entertainment, right? It's just who he is. How it's been thus far. Darren Emerson, how you doing, Matthew Burrows? How are you? Thank you for joining us. Matthew Pounder, will Shooty have Obama stuff? I have no idea how he's going to play it. Right? I think he blew Rusty Davis out the water with his audition. I think because he said, I didn't even know what to expect before he came in the room. I have no idea what to expect, right? And he saw something and said, wow, right? That's going to be fantastic. And I don't think it's going to be about genderizing. I think it's going to be just fantastic. I mean, look, that he's black, that he's gay, fantastic for Russell, right? That's like, gee, that does tick his boxes, right? If you want to say this box ticking, yes, it is, right? He has a desire to highlight whom his constituency and his constituencies agendas, right? I'm the same way with Jewish stuff, right? I'm like, I'm totally pro-Israel, and it's like that's a factor in my decision making. Is that box ticking? That's a box I want to tick. If I can tick that box, I'm happy to tick it, right? If he can tick the LGBTQ plus, he will tick it, right? If he can tick the non-white box, he will tick it. But I don't think that's going to ever be at the expense of story. I just don't, right? But yes, he is. Yes, so it all depends on how we define things. We're back to the abortion question. Does life have sanctity? Right? That's really it. Does life have sanctity? I hear Steven's agreement is true. I really think this will be chibnalled. I don't. The Toby Stevens rumor is bollocks, mate. It's bollocks McBollocks, right? It's bollocks. It's not true. It is not. I mean, I love Doomcock, right? Love him to bits, right? I love me a bit of Doomcock. But that is not. It's bollocks. Okay, there is very little possibility of it being true, right? Very little possibility. By the way, I'm quite happy with this little thumbnail of mine. What's the diversity hire? That'd be you, darling. Because I like to confuse the liberal progressives. Because they're going to say, "Oh, of course you're going to see the diversity hire. You don't like black people." I don't think Shooter's a diversity hire. I think he got this. I think he got this job on merit. I think he got in the door because he ticked those boxes that Russell likes. But I think he got the job on merit. And I've yet to. This girl did not get a job on merit. This whole imposter syndrome bollocks. This is people noticing that they shouldn't be where they are. If you got imposter syndrome, you probably deserve it. You probably are a diversity hire, right? If you got imposter syndrome. X-Men 577, how you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. M, how are you doing? 1 second. I wonder, are you the Fritz Lang M or are you the In Fleming M? I'm. You could be either, right? You could regenerate into one from one to the other. There we go. Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing, sir? I'll not miss you, Jodie, but I will miss Eki Thorpe. I mean, okay, here's my problem with moving forward. So here's what I think is going to happen. I think that at the end of the Jodie thing, she's gonna regenerate into Tennant, right? Dan Hadley has convinced me of this now, so I think that's gonna happen. I think she's gonna regenerate into Tennant, and then Tennant's gonna like fall out the TARDIS. I don't know what's going on. At the beginning of the next episode, but I don't think we'll ever see the Jodie TARDIS again, right? I think boom, gone forever. The shell we're gonna see, right? So for me, I can easily just X that bit out. I can cut out the entire era, no problem. Fade to white with Capaldi, boom, straight in with Tennant. As long as they don't refer back to it. So I don't think they're going to be referring back to it, right? I do not think they're going to be referring back to it ever, and I'll tell you why. She was going to want a break from it for a little bit, and she's not going to be invited back. Those two things are the next 5 years. 5 years after that, she's going to be looking a bit old for it. Really, that's the truth. She's on. She's about to be hit with the old age tree, right? She's about to have a kid, and she wants to take time, wants to be with the kid, and it's going to age her, and she's going to be too old in 5 years. That's really the truth, right? She's going to like Peter Davison did in Time Crash in 5 years. I don't think we're ever even hearing about this ever again. Right, I will be surprised if we do. And any mention of her, I think I could just easily edit out. Quite frankly, I think it's done. I think it's over. Thank God for that. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Martin, how you doing? Mr. BMG _ Excalibur. How you doing, sir? This is also using ideology as a weapon against criticism. Yes, and it's fair, and it doesn't work anymore because the normies they don't understand why they don't like it. They don't understand what it's because it goes against every fiber of nature, right? And it just does, and that's why people have turned off, right? En masse. Fine, let me get back to the chat. I was actually doing quite well. Now I'm like behind. You can always comment on old chat. He comments here once in a while. I know he does, but I did. He was on a really good roll, and I didn't want to get involved, right? So I was enjoying listening to it. It was a good stream though. It was a really, really good stream. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we're up to Francis O'Reilly. How you doing? Hello, Rabbi. Bit of a fan of you. Because well, I'm a bit of a fan of people being a fan of me, quite frankly. I was going to say a bit of a fan of you, but that's not really true because I don't know you, right? All I know is you've got impeccable taste. But thank you for joining us. I've already touched my. I really am, right? I genuinely am. When people are nice to me, I always like it. I am that vain. I am that channel. I'm always happy to be people being nice to me. By the way, I think we're doing both episodes of Kenobi tonight, right? We're going to go for the double hitter. Oy vey. Mr. Tarzan got kicked out of his local zoo. Come on, no. Breaking the bird enclosure and trying to cut off their right. Oh, God. Stop. I thought you were real. Oh, man, you're going to get me in trouble. I was just reading that. I didn't know it wasn't real. He would, of course, never injure birds because he thought they were conservatives, and of course he would. He seems to have unbridled hatred for people who don't think like him. What else? Does anybody know how David Tennant is going to be reintroduced? I think he's going to be. I think she's going to be. She's going to regenerate into him, and then the mystery is going to be trying to work out how he's back again. Right? What's going on? I think it's going to have something to do with multiverse. Right? Somebody taught the show media the word multiverse. They're like, oh yeah, we'll do a bit of that. And the silly argument about how many trimesters a baby is considered a person. I mean, like, you really can't know, right? Can you? You really, like, unless you're God, you really don't know. So, when does it become a person? I think. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look. I mean, the longer you wait, the more it's probably a person, right? But again, does life have sanctity? Is life intrinsically worthy? I think it is. I think most people want to say it is, but I think people should really be honest, right? If you don't think it does, I don't think it does. It's groovy. It's fine. That's what you think. Catherine Thee is here. How are you doing? I mean, I think it's a bit of a bleak way to live. I'm going through the chat. No, I don't know that. Said hello there. Who else is it? Well, I'm sorry. It was just whizzing up and down. I was trying to get it to stop jumping. There you go. Missed. Okay. Oh, the George. Yeah, it just jumped in. Shooty is at least partly a diversity hire. No doubt he can act, but I bet the fact he isn't white was I went over it, was a factor in his casting. Yeah, no. Russell has boxes in his head, right? He does have boxes in his head that he wants to tick. I agree with you. Those boxes in his head are also on Listen BBC. I don't mind the boxes being in his head. I do mind them being on lists in the BBC, right? I think an individual is able to have their own prejudice on the paper, as long as they're able to do it and deliver a saleable product, right? If you're not, then fine. Don't worry, we'll Eki Thump alive. Okay. GBO Talk TV, our mainstream chat. Yeah, exactly, and they do talk about this lot. Although I don't really agree with them, right? They're so misinformed about a lot of it. All they know is they don't like it, right? They know they don't like the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who. As Tzvi Lebetkin says, BMG underscore Excalibur, we all dislike the bait and switch sidelining of main characters like Doctor Strange and Wanda. I still haven't seen that. Well, Disney Plus launches here in a couple of weeks. I do have a subscription to it because I watch this, right? I don't want to steal it. But that's because I'm crazy religious. Dude, if you're not crazy religious, just steal it. Okay, that's what I would suggest. But don't do proskits. I also tell you not to do that. My kids keep complaining about the rabbi shouting. Well, so do my kids. They have something in common with my kids. There we go. Oh no. I was just inching it slowly. She cried. Dave's Traveling Science Channel 2. How you doing? The Batman very mediocre film. Yeah, it really was. I mean, God, thank God I didn't go to the cinema to see that. Robert Pattinson was exactly as I thought he would be as Batman. Really bad, right? Really bad. Home Intendant's first words are injection going to be what? That's exactly what his first words are going to be. Liam Nelson's chin. I will find you, and I will kill you. It's no mystery because he is convinced he knows everything. No, Tennant. Really? You think? Maybe I was talking about different things. I don't know about. I gave it 4.5 to each of his own. If you like it, good for you. I don't know what we're talking about, but okay, I don't mind. Just got it there. I think we caught up with everybody. I think we caught up with the chat. Yes. Who's suing? Suing. Was it every time I listen to the rabbi, my husky named Caboose sits by me, acts like he's listening to. Well, I think your husky probably has very, very good taste and is an intelligent doggy. I do like doggies. Peter Poser on GB News said he thought Jodie was very good, but didn't like the stories. But he can't. Listen, I'm the only person who could go on TV and slag off Jodie and tell you, I would love to be a granddaughter with Jodie, right? And Graham says, so sweet. You like a Doctor Who fan? Yeah. What do you think of Jodie? I thought she was awful. Right? I thought, look, Jodie, God bless you, darling. It was so bad. However you think it went, it didn't go that way. It was awful, right? We all hated it, right? Paul Taylor says his pussy highs. Well, you and Mrs. Slocum, right? It was. I would just go through it. I was like, wouldn't that be a great show? Oh, I'll try and be nice about it. You know what I'm not going to try and be nice about? Let's get to Kenobi. Okay, let's get to Kenobi. There we go. Opening up Star Wars. Star Wars. Star Wars. All right. So it opens up with the most awesome, beyond awesome recap. I mean, just so good. I think this is the only time we're going to get a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I think whenever we get, when we touch the trilogy or the whatever, the 9 idiot episodes, or like that we that gives them permission to put to have this up, but it's not. It just went doom, and then we're in it again. This recap is gorgeous, and I'm watching it on 4K, and it's so nice, right? I mean, I'm nostalgic for the prequels. I'm like, oh yeah, this is when shit movies were quite good. Oh, and like, man. Ben Kenobi, meet Anakin Skywalker. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's awesome. It's just awesome, right? This is better than the Phantom Edit, right? Because you get all the best bits, right? And he's like, I will trade him. He's like, well, you can't. You already got a Padawan. So Ben Kenobi can take the test. He's ready. I'm going to train Anakin here. Then we get Darth Maul. By the way, oh my God. It's fine having new actors, right? First-time actors playing major villains. Star Wars lives and dies on its villains, right? It really does. It has done ever since Darth Vader first walked through the those white corridors through the smoke, right? It lives and dies on its villain. Ray Park as Darth Maul, freaking awesome. Perfect. Able to sell it 100%. What's the name? Moses Ingram, useless. Just so out of their depth. Not able to bring it at all. And it's agony whenever she's on the screen, right? You will see for yourself. That's why we're looking at the pictures, right? So, so we get, the lightsaber fights, and it's just so good. I mean, it really is fantastic. And you see Qui-Gon go down. And you say, no! Well, he takes out Darth Maul. And so you must train the boy, right? And it's really good because it puts it in context, right? Of his, like, this weighty responsibility. So this is his master's dying wish. Is you must train him, right? I mean, this is really heavy, right? And he's like, I'll do it, master. He's like, well, look, I promise him I'll do it. He says, okay, you can be a Padawan, right? And they make this incredible close bond of friendship, right? They're all kind of like, we saw it in the Clone Wars, and we saw it here. It's like they have a really lovely relationship, right? And you see how Anakin really loves Ben Kenobi, right? He says he's as powerful as Mace Windu, as wise as Yoda. But yeah, we're getting all these races, but then you see him be corrupted by Palpatine and by Natalie Portman. Never trust Natalie Portman. Okay, that's your first mistake there, Anakin. Don't trust Natalie bloody Portman. Look, she's a Jew, and I'm ashamed to count as one of us. So how can I tell you? And then you see him go back, and I'm angry. And I'm trying to remember his relationship to Owen, because that's important. I think Owen marries his mother, right? And I think she dies. She dies, and she's killed by the Sand People, and we don't see it, but it was shot that he massacres the Sand People because of it, right? Fine. So, it's Beru will be his second wife. Okay, fine. Anyway, and like, his mother's dead. Oh, and he's like, why Palpatine? Not by a Jedi. He's like, she's the only one who can save him. He's like, oh, Eddie, I'm dying. Mitch, I'm dying. Don't die, Panda Bear, no. And then he sees the video of him becoming Arise Darth Vader. I won't kill him. Again, is his master's dying wish. And right now, it's freaking awesome, right? It's awesome, awesome. It is so freaking awesome, right? And then he's like, he has to fight him at the end. It looks incredible, right? It lived up to the hype. I'm sorry, but it absolutely did. I was your brother, Annie. I loved you. Give up. I have the high ground. Don't underestimate my power. Woof! And he's dead. He's a crispy critter. Off he goes. leaves him die, and then the Emperor finds, oh, he's still alive. Let's make him into Darth Vader. Bum, 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 bum. Then we remember the ship bit at the end of it, where they got Panda Bear died. Oh, and the shit nurse droids. Uber. Oh, God, I hated them. Right? And they're like, okay, so they got kids. And she's dead. Shut up. John Binks. And he's like, and Jimmy, was it Jimmy Schmitz is like, yeah, I'll take the girl. We've always wanted a kid. And actually, I liked him in this. He was actually he's always very good in it. And he's like, and it really, that kind of pairs that is just, oh, so Disney Princess. Wait till we get to it. What should we do with the boy? Did you have to take him to his family? That would be his uncle, was it? His stepfather, I guess. His stepfather and stepmother, stepfather and mother, right? I guess. No, step grandfather, right? And so he's going to raise him. And said, "I will watch over him." He said, "So I work for you when you can train, so you can go and meet, talk with Jai John again, right? And you can very much use it." And it's really very good, right? Okay. So then, yeah, the flashback's over, and we're into the episode proper. Freaking awesome opening! Oh my God! Again, awesome. As soon as what's name shows up, Mozinga, it dies. And then she said, "Remember the Family Guy? Family Guy did a parody of Return of the Jedi, right? And it did a parody of the special editions because they had like a sock puppet. They go, no, what am I doing here? Clearly mapped on. That's what she's like in this. Like, she doesn't fit. So anyway, it starts off. Okay, and it doesn't really make that much sense because they're in this really cool mellow class. I turn the camera up so we can see it, where they're learning all these like Jedi moves and stuff. And then bam, 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 and they hear like the Order 66. But they would have known by then, so it didn't really get it. But it's very cool, right? So then an incredible lightsaber battle. She valiantly saves the kids, and they go through a whole, and it looks so awesome, right? It's so awesome. We got a little bit of this in, what was it, when Baby Yoda sort of remembered the Order 66, right? And so that's what we say. And this sequence goes on for a long time. And she doesn't go down easily. See, this is why I liked it. What was that movie? What was that Bond movie? The first Timothy Dalton one. They had another 00 agent in it, and he has a fight, right? Towards the beginning. And he's going down, right? He's going down. But man, he puts up a fight. It goes on for a while, right? So this is it. And she really puts it's a really great Jedi sequence. But eventually goes down. It's heartbreaking, right? And I've always found the Order 66 bit really sad, right? It always made me sad, right? Because it really is. I mean, kudos to Lucas for really being able to put the game. So what do we do now? So we got to run, right? So they run. Oh, I bet you. Where is it? I bet you the girl there is Laura, is Moses Ingram, Reva, right? I bet she's Reva. Anyway, they run, and you see like the Order 66 as like hundreds of stormtroopers like around each Jedi as they fight. It's really heart-wrenching. Okay, it's genuinely heart-wrenching. Fine. So then we finally get the titles. I cut out the really annoying Disney logo where you got the rainbow colors, and of course it's rainbow colors go over childish version of robots and faces from Star Wars before you have a slightly gay-looking Star Wars logo. I don't know how they gayed it, but it is gay. Anyway, then you go Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh shit! The sand blows it in, and 10 years later, right? So in Mos Espa or Mos Eisley, wherever, who knows, Tatooine, a ship comes in, and it's good. It's all good, right? Everything's good. And they're all scared. Oh no, what's happening? And out come these Inquisitors. And okay, One of these things is not like, these Inquisitors are super awesome Star Wars villains. They're perfect Star Wars villains. They look creepy and weird. They got mechanical bits and they look like ghouls, right? They all look like Cenobites. They got that real look, and a black woman. It's like, and it's just one of these things is not like the other. And he's awesome. Oh my God! It was Rupert Friend, my friend, who playing him. He is so good. What a great villain. I loved it. And she's all, look, there you go. Now you see her acting ability right there, right? It's like she is incapable of being able to play this role, right? She doesn't have the depth. She could just do angry, right? She doesn't have the patience. She doesn't have the... It's just, she's a black woman and that's it. It's like you found a random black woman. Said, oh, you're on Netflix. We'll take you. Are you a black woman? Said, yeah. Oh, you're in. You're in, darling. You're in. And he's awesome. Oh my God, so creepy. There is a Jedi on this planet. That's basically how he is, and he's goes over this bar and it says, "Hello, friend. Let me tell you." In my business, how it's very easy to find Jedi, right? Jedi find themselves. Jedi can't help themselves. They can't help themselves be good. And you can see like the lightsaber marks on the wall. So he knows a Jedi's been there. And I thought that little touch is good. Here's what I think happens. A Jedi comes in and sees your bar under threat. And he saves you, right? He saves your bar. He can't help himself, and you offer him a place of shelter and I think and somewhere to rest up. Where is the Jedi? And he's got this. He's so good. Again, great Star Warsy villain. You see, I mean, they've got every element of being a good Star Warsy villain, right? And there's a black woman. Right, I don't understand. Right, and a black woman who has no emotional depth and range whatsoever. It's like, I mean, really, you couldn't find a black woman who can act. I mean, I get you wanted a black woman, but it's just like, we'll take any, literally any. I mean, why do you not get Pearl Mackie? Right, if you don't want a black woman, Pearl Mackie, she can act. I've seen her do it before. I bet you can find a black woman who can also act, right? I bet you could do it. No, but they decided not to. So then she's like, I'm bored. I can't do snarling. I'm just angry. Well, I'll also write her like a stupid cunt as well, for God's sake. And she's like, I can't do this. She grabs a knife and throws it at the man. And then, but he gets caught. He's not killed. He's saved because there's somebody there. Using the Force over there. And they catch him, and she pulls out a lightsaber. He says, I'm going to get you. And she starts like lightsabering his arm, like slowly. And she says, are you angry? I mean, it's such a villain too childish to be on Rebels, and I didn't watch Rebels because it's too childish, right? It's Teletubby villainy, and he's like, "Why are you being such a stupid idiot?" And he like forces her away, and he's like, "You'll never get us all," but he manages to get out, right? And I understand the stunning and brave black woman. May have had a point about letting him go. He's like, I don't know. Can we just why are you letting go? Oh no, because it's you're like, this is small fry. Why are we even wasting our time with this? Because there's only small fry left. But no, she's obsessed with finding Obi-Wan Kenobi. I must find it. He will leave this assertion of finding Obi-Wan Kenobi. We will not find him. You will not. It's like, well, okay. Meanwhile, on Tatooine by a land shark thing, Ben Kenobi works. He has a job cutting up meat, apparently. That's his job. He cuts meat into slabs and then he cuts a little bit off each day for his horse thing, and he's like, again, whenever Ben Kenobi's in it, it's very good, right? As long as only Ben Kenobi's in it, and he goes to leave, and the guy in front of him sees he puts in and says, "Well, it's only half pay. Why I can't live on this?" And the bad guy shoves it. Oh, shut up, little man. I'm the big man, right? And then Ben Kenobi wants to intercede. And he's like, "Yeah, you want to say something there? You want?" And he's like, "No, I don't." So, he's really been very good at hiding as a Jedi, right? He's essentially given up being a Jedi, right? He doesn't even think about it. He does actually. He thinks about it a lot, but he doesn't. But this is his life. Then he goes home. On this, picks up his whatever it is, gives him a bit of meat because he's just like Boba Fett. He's also nice to animals. And he rides him home. He's got this little droid thing pops up and says if anybody's been there, and it's like, no, it's okay. And he goes in and makes food. The making the food was quite similar. One of the bits I liked in The Force Awakens. So it's quite similar like that. What's going on? And so so the Jawa turns out, I got the thing you want. You have credits, and he got that little toy that Luke Skywalker had in Star Wars, and he's gonna like fix it up for him. He can do like this little connecting bits. And again, anything that doesn't have anything that has Star Warsy bits in it, like all this bit, I think is very boring and annoying to Kathleen Kennedy. Right, so the Jawas also stolen his stuff, and he's trying to sell it back to him. New salvage, and he says, "Oh look, I found a Jedi belt." Right, he's like, "Oh, I heard the Jedi is extinct," and he's really tempted. He tempts him to buy it. He says, "Go, why don't you buy it?" He's like, no, and he can't. He knows he can't have anything Jedi whatsoever. Right, and he goes to leave, and that night he's sleeping. And he has this like really intense dream about Star Wars. He says, "Oh, Star Wars, cool, yeah." No, but about like his weighty responsibility to train Anakin, and he totally failed, right? And how he feels so responsible for Luke, but he totally failed again. So he wakes up and he tries to contact Qui-Gon Jinn, right? He's going, "Oh, Qui-Gon, you there?" And no, he's not able to do it. Next day, he rides back into town. He rides over and goes to check out Luke Skywalker. So it turns out both Luke and Leia are arsehole kids, right? They're both super, super arsehole brat kids. So Luke, he's on the moisture farm there, checking out an evaporator with old Uncle Ben, or Uncle Owen. And then he runs off around the corner. "Oh, look, where you gone? Where you gone?" He looks, he's up there playing like he's on a thing. I was like, dude, go fix the moisture evaporator. What's up with you, mate? Well, I don't know what's going on. Ben's like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And he watches him. He rides back. Okay, so on the way back, he gets feeling he's being stalked by someone. He's like, it's kind of like when R2-D2's like being stalked by the Jawas, right? So you get that vibe. First he goes and drops the toy off, and then on the way back, he get feeling he's being stalked. And the Jedi says, "Master Kenobi, I've been trying to I want to find you." He's like, and Ben's like, he says, "Look," and he holds up his lightsaber. Says, "Look, it's okay, it's me." So he must have been like a youngling that survived somehow. And he's like, "You've got me mixed up with somebody else. My name's Ben. I'm not Obi-Wan." Right? And he just denies it completely. Right? He doesn't know if it's a trap. So anyway, and he's like, "No, you got to help me. You don't know what it's like." Right? So he tells him, "Look, the fight's over. Take your lightsaber in the middle of the desert and bury it. Right? Hide. Just have a normal life. Right? Let it go. It's over." But he's like, "But what about the fight? We had the fight and it's lost, right? We lost the fight." And he's like, he's obviously crushed, but Ben's right. They lost the fight. That's the bottom line. They lost the fight's over and they lost it. Meanwhile, we need a Disney princess, and that's what we get now. Turn the cringe up. over on Alderaan. You think it's just going to be a couple of minutes, but then it goes on and on and on. It's become a major part of it. On Alderaan, you see Princess Leia being got ready, a garb, that her mother come in, and she's like, they're there for the this diplomatic thing. And it turns out it's not Princess Leia. They said, she said it'll be funny and they would really like it. And she's like, oh, go look over here, look in the woods. Like, so she's out in the woods running, and it's so Disney princess, yay, stunning and brave, climbing tree, clean training, and I got a little fly. You think, oh, off. Okay, this is who Kathleen Kennedy wants to appeal to, right? This is exactly. They're not watching. Why aren't they watching? Because you got inquisitors cutting off people's faces and stuff. And like, they don't want to see the scary shit. They're not watching it, okay? They're not watching. This is not a girls' thing, idiots. Right? Girls who like Star Wars don't like this. And she's up looking at the. Don't get me wrong. I love Princess Leia. Don't get me wrong, but for God's sake. It's not like you're not transparent, Kathleen. It's not like you're talented enough not to be bloody transparent. Anyway, so she sees like, oh, I bet that's looking for pirates and smugglers. And her mother finds her and tells her to come down the tree. And she's like, yeah, you little cunt. and she takes her robot and she makes her turn it off, right? And brings her in. And says, I'm so sorry, Mommy. Because, this is where turning off. Says, I'm so sorry, Mommy. I shouldn't have done it. And she hugs her. And she steals the robot back. And the mother's like, I can feel you stealing the robot. How is that okay? Excuse me. I mean, like, that shouldn't be expression on your kid after these made like you made her like run through the bloody forest looking for her. Oh, but there's a bad man watching, right? Bad man watching. Meanwhile, next day, Obi-Wan cuts a bit of meat for his horse thing, and goes on, has his life, and then Owen shows up and throws the toy back at him and says, "Don't give him that shit. Leave him alone." It's like, what? Why not, man? It's just a toy. It's like, no, don't get his mind opened up to new things. Let him stay on a farm. Let him be a bloody farmer, and he'll be fine, right? It's he's like, we said you're going to train him when he gets the right age. Listen, look, like you trained Anakin, leave him alone. I don't want him to get killed. I don't want to get. It's a dangerous galaxy. Don't train him to be was it a Jedi? So Petey Rich says, my guards can't find her, Obi-Wan. Has to. Your guards are who are supposed to be guarding the princess can't find the princess. Yeah, that is true. Anyway, so then a couple of inquisitors show up, right? So don't get my nephew killed, you insane old coup. That's exactly the thing, and you can't argue with him, right? And say, look at this guy, right? Super Star Warsy. Look, awesome. It's like creepy and weird and different, and a black woman. Like, what the like really? And she's just like mean and nasty and stupid, and the rest of the villains hate her, right? They just can't stand her. And she said, we're looking for him, and we'll start cutting off hands first. It's like, you can't cut people's hands off. And it's like, that's just wrong. He said, listen, you're on the outer rim. I can do what I bloody want. Flumph! And he cuts her hands off. Like, what? Okay, this is why your little Princess Leia girl isn't watching this shit, okay? They don't want to see this, right? They don't want to see. If I like it, then the other audience doesn't, okay? Idiot. Oh, anyway, she's like, who knows where they are? And then she gets onto Owen and says, and do you know where the Jedi is? I don't know, but I don't like Jedi. If they're vermin. If they come on my farm, I kill vermin. Is like, really? And she's just like, okay, you're a nice loyal servant of the Empire. Let me dick around with you for no apparent reason. It says, okay, everybody, unless somebody tells me where the Jedi is, I'm going to kill this man and his family right now, right? And Obi-Wan's going to be like, oh, shit. And he's like, he's going to die. 100% him, and then I'm going to find his family, and they're all going to die. So the Jedi won't help you, right? The Jedi wouldn't help you, but you can help save this man. Do you want to save his life, right? And then the other guy says, shows the bounty, says, let us know if you find him, right? And they walk off. And she grabs it, and they grabs it and says, "What are you, a crazy bitch? What's wrong with you?" So, you don't even look Star Warsy, okay? You're a black woman. I look like a Star Wars villain. You just look like you're from ER. You look like you're from your average medical drama. What the hell's going on? And what are you so mad about? Don't be so angry, baby. Don't be so angry. Smell the roses. Oh, but I'm angry. I'm so angry. And they fly off. And he's like, well, thank you. Like, he could have just shocked him any moment, and he would have been fine. And he but he probably would have killed. Said, "Look, I didn't do it for you." Meanwhile, back on Alderaan, right? The prestigious guests are arriving. That the big diplomatic mission of people from Alderaan, and we meet Jimmy Schmitz. And he looks, again, he's good in this, right? And it's good being a good father. I do like when he's in it, it's actually okay. But this should be fleeting glances. This shouldn't be, again, she doesn't want to see the hands being cut off, idiots. Anyway, so they go and meet the diplomat. She meets her cousin, and they have to wave at people. And they have like a reception, and they're saying, "Oh, we need to talk about slavery." And it's like, "Oh, dude, we're just here for the food, okay? Just here for the food." There's C-3PO in the background. Didn't even notice this. And the robot gives them, a droid gives them, and she says, "Thank you." She says, "Well, why are you thanking droids?" I'm like, just because it's polite, you know? It's like, you're just stupid. You're not even a real Organa. Oh God, that's why you don't go anywhere and don't know anything. And she just gives them an awesome put down. She says, "Listen, you're a scared little boy, right? You try and be like your father because you're scared of your father. It's not going to work. You're always going to be a scared little boy, right?" And she just burns him to the ground, right? Which I thought was okay. Then she gets in trouble. Said, "You got to apologize." He stomps out, and okay, this is a good scene. I like this scene between Belle and Leia Organa. I like this, sets things up, right? This gives me a little background, and it's like, this is nice. In this shit, you have little diamonds, right? And it's a nice little scene where he talks about, first he says, "No, of course you're a real Organa," and he's a very good inspirational figure, right? I like the actor, I like the character. This all works, right? And she says, "Look, you're gonna have to apologize." He's like, "Yeah, I understand." And she goes off running into the woods again. I said, "I couldn't find her." And she gets into the woods. She meets Bad Man. "Hello, Bad Man." "Why, hello, little girl. I'm a bad man. What do you do?" And then bad people go and try and get her. "Oh no, run away!" And the guards go looking for her because who gives a shit? She's not a real gunner anyway. And she's, "Oh no, blah!" She has Nerdrotic posts that the Benny Hill soundtrack that's chasing. And he's, "Oh, help me!" And she's able to avoid these like professional bounty hunter mercenaries who must be. And she finally got the guard finds, "Help me!" And she's like, just about to get to the guard, and he gets shot. And oh, he's dead. This shit just got real, right? And she gets a bag on it. And all of a sudden, so meanwhile, Obi-Wan Kenobi is sitting over at his rock. He's sitting over at his rock, and he sees a sound. "What's that?" And in a box, he opens up his old box, and he opens it up, and it's his old phone. Opens up, and how long were they calling for? Right? So I thought this was a message, like a recorded message. No, this was a live conversation. So she's like, "Leia's been kidnapped. We don't even know who, where. They haven't left anything. We need you, right? We need you. Got to help us." It's like, "Look, I'm retired." He's like, "I can't do shit anymore. I'm not the man I used to be. Yes, I must watch The Boy. What about bounty hunters? What about your gods? You're fucking king of Peladon or whatever, Alderaan. What the hell? Like, really? You're phoning me? Like, what the hell? I'm an old coot sitting in a desert, right? I haven't held a lightsaber in 10 years. I'm out the game, so we really need you. So I'm not the man I used to be. I can't. Meanwhile, on the spaceship, they take Leia away, and she's just an annoying cunt. Oh my god, what an awful, shitty kid she is. And they tie her up. They just slap her around a bit, just this is what they would do. God, if George Lucas was writing this. Anyway, meanwhile, he just goes about his business. And then on the way home one day, he notices a dead Jedi, not hung, but hung. They hung him up like a mannequin. They didn't hang him to death, right? They just hung him and say, "Look, we got the dead Jedi. Jedi's dead now." He's like, "Oh, I'm going home now." And then his little guard thing says, "Oh, there's somebody in there. Watch out!" Right? So he goes in. He's a bit nervous. And it's Jimmy Smith. It's like, "I need your help. You gotta help her. Look, you're a friend. I need a friend, right? I need a friend. It's my the legacy. She's so important. You have to go after and help her, right? You have to do it." And they take her to a planet, and she's got like, oh god, I can't stand this little droid. And then the little droid comes, start undoing her, cutting through her ropes, and then the bad guy comes in, he breaks the droid, and good. Your mother should have done that, darling. Your mother should have done that when you're up a tree rather than getting ready for your diplomatic mission, right? Oh no, consequences, but I'm a girl. Oh. And they're like, oh. And so he's convinced him he's going to go. He goes out to the desert, and he digs, and how's he find it? I'm just going to find my lightsaber now. He goes and digs in the middle of the fucking desert. And he finds it right there. Oh my god, straight away. Sans hadn't moved at all, right? And there's two lightsabers in there, which means he must lose it in this one. Because in Star Wars, he only had Luke's one, didn't he? Meanwhile, we find out the identity of the person who's hired them. It's none other than Inquisitor Black Woman, who is so insane. She's brilliant at everything, by the way. Just brilliant at everything, indeed. And she's worked out that Organa and Kenobi were close. And if the daughter who we're not allowed to talk about gets kidnapped, Kenobi will come after him. Dun, dun, dun. And he goes off to the shuttle off planet. And says, "So you coming?" And he's like, "I guess I am." And he's got his lightsaber ready, because in case, somebody doesn't notice he's a Jedi, right? And he walks off. Dun, 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 and that's it. We're done. Part one. That's part one. Oh, so you see, whenever it's not cringe, it's very, very, very good. But whenever it's cringe, it's very, very, very bad, right? So anyway, fine. Episode 2. And Kenobi's on the trail of Leia Organa. And I kind of forgot in Attack of the Clones that he was kind of sleuthing it, right? He was detectiving it earlier in that movie. So he's going around, he's looking for, can you help me find this is, and he basically goes over looking, oh yeah, friend of mine actually taught me this, right? Okay, he's dead now, unfortunately. A very close friend of mine, right? Very close friend of mine who's in rabbinical ceremony with me. Like, this rabbinical ceremony was based on people who weren't brought up religious, right? Who became religious then. So he was a bit of a junkie before he became religious. But then when he had his first job, his life started to like implode. So he wanted to get back to the junk, right? The coke or whatever. I'm not sure what it was on, right? But so I asked him, like, so but where did you find it? Like, I wouldn't know where to go. He said, oh, you go and you ask hookers, right? You go and ask hookers. They will tell you where you can get drugs. So there you go. So that's essentially what happens over here. Kenobi goes to the red light district, right? And there's all these people selling spice. By the way, holy crap. We find out how awesome spice is in this episode. Oh, my God, how strong it is. So he's looking around. First, he sees an ex-stormtrooper begging, right? Said, "Do you have any money for a war hero?" And yeah, I thought that was very, very cool. I like that because he's very conflicted because he did fight with these people, right, for a long time. But the new stormtroopers are there, and there's a lot of overhead shots, right, which makes me think they didn't have so much room, right? This is one of the those. That special set they built, right, with the background. And he says, this girl comes up and says, hey, I got spice. Do you want spice? They have all different kinds. A Corellian or whatever, right? He says, I'm looking for my daughter. Do you know? He said, oh, man, if your daughter's here, you're not going to find her, right? She's gone, right? I was somebody's daughter once too. And I thought, again, good little scene. Good little scene. He says, here, you take this on the house. Two or three more of these, you'll forget your daughter ever existed. So I think she just liked him, right? Because she wished somebody had done that for her. Which so that was actually not a bad thing. So then this kid comes up to him and says, "Hey, do you want to find a Jedi? I know where you can find a Jedi, right?" So he takes. So there's this this Jedi comes into a room and he like uses Jedi powers to make the windows close and sit down. And he says, okay, you're safe now. I'm a Jedi. And I cannot stand this guy. I'm so glad this movie did badly, right? He's such an SJW piece of shit. Oh, I mean, they all are, but this one especially is. And basically, he's not a real Jedi. You know, he's using magnets and stuff and faking it. And so he tries to use a Jedi mind trick to get them onto a shuttle, right? To get them out. Said, oh, you will let them in. And it's not how it works, right? But and they pay him off. Here's the money. There's a thank you very much. The resistance needs that. And off they go. And then they're on the way over. Just let them in. Pretend, it's talking to his accomplice. And in comes Obi-Wan, who watched the whole thing. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, "I'm looking for a Jedi." He says, and so he then does his Jedi routine again. And then Kenobi then finds all the magnets and holds a gun to him. Right? It's because he's terrified of doing any Jedi stuff, which is kind of interesting. But you kind of want him to pull out a lightsaber at some. By now, you wanted the lightsaber out. Okay, it's but okay, fine. And he's like, you're gonna help me, or I'm gonna let everybody know what you're a fraud. So like, where would I find this girl? And he basically tells him where to go. So it's a bit of a weird plot point, and it doesn't make sense, but okay. And he's like, goes to the spice facility, where the Martian goes in there, and the thing blows up, and everybody runs around, and he goes into a back room, and a Darth Maul type guy tries to say, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they have a fight, but he's not allowed to use the full stuff, so he's just like, it's just fisticuffs, right? They're like, why did they pull out a gun and shoot him? I don't understand why they haven't pulled a gun out and shot him, right? But so then he finds Princess Leia. So he goes in, takes the thing off, and it's not real. It's just a dummy, right? What's going on? And it turns out it was just there to lure him, right? They're there. And he said, look, we worked you all out. The Inquisitor knew you were a Jedi, knew you would come. She pinned you completely. And he's like, so then he pulls out the spice he got earlier and says, hey, I just have this. He throws it on the ground, and the spice goes off, and he puts his mask on very quickly. And they're all like, oh, they're like, the three of them, right? On one trial size, like a dime bag, essentially, of spice, right? This must have been the smallest cut of spice possible. She gave it away as a freebie, right? I remember. Get off them tits for hours, right? It's like they are shit faced at this point, right? From spice. Meanwhile, a stunning brave black woman had come, dun, 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 but she's got no screen presence, right? It's so devoid. It so doesn't work. So miscast. Anyway, so then he's like, oh, I know the princess must be here. And he goes over there and she hits him as he goes in and tries to escape. Says, no, princess, I was sent by your father. It's like, what? And she's just an annoying cunt. Oh my God. Yeah, and all the way through, she's, I mean, like, you think, oh God, could she just be kidnapped and sold as a slave somewhere to Jabba's palace? It was, oh God. So they get out and they Kurt Bain did have a cool voice. It's true, Kurt Bain. And they're off their bloody boxes, blah 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 blah. And she opens the door and it's like, oh, where are they? Ah, I'm a two-dimensional villain. And they're basically being chased and they change and they're like, oh, is that a lightsaber? Ooh. Like what? Like. He's not using any force powers at all. And you keep saying, is that a lightsaber? Really? Is it? Are you a Jedi? Tell me more about you being a Jedi. Like, you silly cunt, shut your bloody mouth. You've just been kidnapped. You're lucky you weren't raped and murdered already. Shut up. Oh, it's basically what he says. He's like, oh, we have to go. It's very, very urgent. And it's the first time she's been on planet and seen aliens. And she's like, whoa, it's blowing her mind, right? And she's chasing them. Oh yeah, so then the real Inquisitors turn up and say, "You are just a complete screw. Like, how dare you do this operation without telling anyone?" It's like, and in the defense, it did work though. But she's just a pushy, like, oh my God, insubordinate. And like, and look at this. Look, you have a female one, and it looks like a real villain. This looks like a Star Wars villain. Oh, this doesn't. Right, this looks like somebody from ER. Right, this looks like somebody from what's that English one? Casualty. Right, she looks like she's from Casualty, and she looks like she'll be more at home in Casualty. Rupert Friend though, just awesome in this role. It's like you are. We will take it from here. Your input is no longer required. Go and they say, look, if you cause any trouble, we're basically going to kill you. Right, and she's like, okay then. And then she goes from angry to arrogant. She has a two-note performance, both of them poor, right? Both of them off key. And so then she goes and tells everybody to put out a bounty on Kenobi's head. And so you'll never get bounty. You'll never be able to get a Jedi. It's like, listen, I just want to squeeze it, right? It doesn't make it harder. So he sends out a bounty, and suddenly everybody knows, and everybody's looking for him. So she buys the new clothes. And she wants these gloves as well. So you don't need those. And she's like, no, you buy him the gloves. So they got the gloves. And you see his face being like transmitted everywhere. Like the droids are playing it. Everyone's looking at this huge bounty on him. And she's like mind blown by all the things going on in the world. And again, she's so annoying. She is so freaking annoying in this whole thing. And she doesn't listen, and she's just like a pain in the ass the whole way through, right? Meanwhile, the kid says, "Oh look, we've got to find that Jedi, that guy again. He's a huge." I said, "Well, we better go look for him." And a man comes out and tries to grab him, and he punches him out. Right? He keeps trying to save her life, right? And she's just an idiot, right? She's just like, "Whoa, why is he punching? He must be bad. He must be a toxic male." Oh, right. You got to get inside Kathleen in his head to understand the motivation. Why is she act like an annoying cunt? Because she's looking at Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, trying to save her life. He goes, "Oh, that's toxic masculinity. Oh no, I don't like that." Meanwhile, the awesome Star Wars villains are hunting for Kenobi, right? And it says, "We found this guy found him," and and she says, "Look, they put out a thing hunting for him," and it's like, "But who authorized this?" And it's Reva again. Oh God, that girl was a pain in the ass. And yeah, he had this great thing earlier when he had put it down and said, "You must understand your position. You are the least of us. We all grew up together. We found you as a gutter snipe, and we took you in, right?" So she does this Batman impersonation, goes up to the rooftops, and she sits and she waits. Meanwhile, Princess Cuntface sits down again, and he's like, "Don't turn that on. It's broken." Well, thank God for that, right? So then he goes and checks his wrist thing, and he sees there's a bounty out for them. Says, "You're not really a Jedi. No, you were sent by my father. You weren't sent by my father, right? You weren't sent by my father. You were really here to get. He could have turned you in 100 times over. You stupid cunt, right? Oh no, he's a toxic male. She runs away, right? Like we're going to die. We are both going to die because you're a stupid cunt." Oh, and it's for her. Oh, it's adorable. Look at her. She's so spunky. It's like, we're going to fucking die. Don't say Jedi. And she's running around. Jedi. Ah! Now somebody grabs her. And again, I hope she's sold to as a slave to Jabba. Right? I like that she didn't end up in some pedophile ring. She's lucky. They didn't even need her. They just needed to kidnap her. Right? Anyway, so then he pulls out his gun and shoots the bad guy. And he's like, "Oh no, you shot him. You must be a bad guy. You stupid cunt. Oh my God." Meanwhile, real Star Wars villain walks around. That looks pretty cool. Dun, 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 dun. She goes up to the roof and they're looking around. And he goes up the roof after. Now they're going over the roof and it's kind of like, that's very convenient because now Reva will be able to see. Get back here, you stupid girl. And then people are firing at them because they got the bounty on their heads. And that's when the stunning and brave Reva, clearly on a virtual set now, sees the blaster fire, right? I was just trying to think, is it phaser, is it blast? I can't remember. And she so she knows it, and so she does this like Matrix like swan dive, and I like, of course she's the bestest ever, right? Of course she is the bestest ever. She does all these backflips and stuff, and she's the bestest ever. Meanwhile, idiot cunt Leia runs around as they're being fired on and trying to be. Some of these people are trying to murder them. We're going to die, you stupid cunt. Oh, I'm stunning and brave and the bestest ever. Stunning and brave and the bestest ever. Oh my God, what is my life? Oh shit, where's that stupid cunt girl gone? Okay, jump. You're gonna need to jump. And here comes another bounty hunter. I had the action figure of him. So he survived Jabba's palace, I guess. They blow up her thing with birds that fly out, and they're firing at them. Meanwhile, fake Jedi with the actor I can't stand looks up and sees where they are, and big fire. Meanwhile, stunning and brave, it makes that fall down and does a backflip. And again, of course, she is the best as ever, right? I mean, how would she be anything different other than the best as ever? And so they finally get Leia to. She jumps across. So jump, Leia, jump, and she doesn't make it, and she just grabs this thing, and fortunately survives. Unfortunately survives. And she said, "Hold on, don't let go. You need to hold on." And she said, "Oh, I'm a stupid cunt. Oh, let's go." Wah! And so finally, he has to use the Force. And it's actually hard for him to do. It's like, it's been the first time in 10 years. Well. And just grabs her at the last minute, right? And it was like, ooh, what was that? So you really are a Jedi? Yes, I am. I'm really a Jedi. Now shut the fuck up, God, you idiot child. We're both gonna die. But I'm stunning and brave. You must believe women. Meanwhile, they try and get there, but they get there too late because they were busy running around because she was a stupid. Oh, why do they have to make Princess Leia into a stupid cunt? Okay, and she really is. She really genuinely. Oh, Lord, how you doing? She really genuinely is. Oh, Hinge, how you doing? She really genuinely is. Princess Leia is an annoying, stupid cunt in this, and that's just the correct words for her, right? Look, Luke Skywalker. The little we saw him, we're not going to see much of him because he's a boy. Ew. Well, but Princess Leia is. He was also an awful kid as well. Anyway, so they can't go off planet now because they shut down all flights. Right? They said no flights allowed out. We got to find the Jedi. and they're searching for them. You stupid cunt, she basically says. And then this droid comes and gets them, and boom, a fake Jedi saves them. He says, listen, I might be a fake Jedi, but I like Jedis, right? I got you away off planet. You're going on a shuttle, right? Oh, not a shuttle, on a cargo freighter. If it's a cargo freighter, why does that have air on it? Okay, don't ask questions, right? Don't ask, but that's where you're going. He's like, but I don't trust you. Oh, you got to trust me. I love you guys. Meanwhile, the Grand Inquisitor does this great thing of flipping around his lightsaber, interrogating this bloke. Oh, where is he? And meanwhile, she's like, we'll get them. And she jumps down, and she's stunning and brave and the bestest ever. Meanwhile, the fake Jedi said, I will try and stop. I'll stop her. So finally we meet. He pretends to be a Jedi. He said, you've always wanted to catch this Jedi, haven't you? And she's like, shut the fuck up, and throws it at the wall. Duh! And he's like, oh, but you know where he is. Because, you know how I know? Because I'm the bestest ever. As well as being a bland, talentless actress, I am the bestest ever. And she just pulls information from his head. Oh, crap. You know, it's going to go. Meanwhile, they get to the shuttle, the cargo thing, which is pressurized and has air in for some reason. And she's like, I've been a really annoying cunt, and I really like it. And he's like, ha, 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 you remind me of Panda Bear. Not Panda Bear, of Satine, the Mandalorian Duchess that he had the hots for. And I guess the sacking of Mandalore must have happened by now. That probably happened pretty soon after Order 66, I would have thought. I have to check out my Star Wars lore. Anyway, in walks Reavers and Kenobi. We found it. We've got to hide. And it's like, quick, go to the shuttle thing, and takes the thing. If I'll join you before they take off, right? She goes running. He's like, oh, don't use my lightsaber. I'm like, yes, please, use your lightsaber, right? I want to see a bit of that. And she gets in and she puts the thing in and turns it on. As the Kenobi, I will find you. He's looking for her. He's like, and he says, I will forsake you back to my master, Darth Vader. He still looks for you. He's like, wait, Vader's alive? He thought he's dead, right? You didn't know, I could tell. Meanwhile, and then the Grand Inquisitor shows up and says, he is here. I am here to bring him in. I will show you how it's done, right? And then all of a sudden she's, boom, kills him. There goes the good villain. And now we're just done with the stunning and brave black woman. Also Star Wars villains and a black woman. So he's Brown Bear, but Kenobi runs over there, gets in the shuttle as it takes off, said, I will get you, Kenobi, I will get you. It takes off. And he's like, and he's thinking about Darth Vader. He's like, Vader's alive. It's like Anakin. And then you see Vader, in his back to tank. Da 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 da. Oh. 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 So we're going to be doing this every week. Fucking hell. Oh. Oh, hell. That was really painful. That was really freaking painful, wasn't it? So let's rub salt into that wound, shall we, a little bit. Where is this? Okay, yes. Let's look at this article. Doink. Oh, man. And it's so predictable. Yeah, I'll say to my my wife over Shabbat, like, if there's ever a mass shooting in America, if the shooter is white, then it's white supremacy. If the shooter is not white, then there's a need for gun control, right? It's like a knee-jerk reaction. Lucasfilm warned Obi-Wan Kenobi star Mosey Ingram over racist fans. Excuse me, you being a shit actress who's unable to fulfill this role doesn't make me a racist, right? I'm sorry, you're a shit actress, right? It's racist to come in because you're maligned, you're part of the Pacific Racist Act. Racism is a problem. No, it's not. In Star Wars. No, it's not. You're full of shit. No, it's not. Racism isn't a problem anywhere in the Western fucking world, you pieces of shit. You only pretend it is so you can make yourself feel good about yourselves, right? You use the hardship black people genuinely experience, and you use it to benefit yourselves. It's disgusting. And this is a moment Obi-Wan Kenobi star Moses Ingram says your performance is awful, right? It's really, really shit. So be prepared to call people racist about it. And brace yourself for the inevitability. She's shit in this. What do you want her? She'll be shit if she's white. She'll be shit if she's yellow. She'll be shit if she's any color. She was shit. Oh. There's a truly unfortunate reality that come with a certain franchise. Maybe a certain type of game is less welcoming to the newcomers who just want to have fun. You lying cunts. Off, you lying cunts. Okay? This is what happens. Oh, can we come and join your fan site? You want to be inclusive, don't you? Absolutely. Oh, but I see you let garbage people in. They got to get rid of them. It's like, but we don't want gatekeepers. No! If you don't get rid of them, you're a racist. What? Yeah, you're all racist. And so they destroy the fandom and everybody goes. Right? You lying cunts. Anyway, but then there's Thor. The fans are so big, it is inevitable through followers that have decided unfavorable views of groups of people. Like you. What? Like the way you don't like white people or anybody's conservative, right? And Obi-Wan's son, Obi-Wan, was warned. Oh, no. This isn't the first editorial. This isn't the first. This isn't some kind of editorial. Yes, it is. Lucasfilm itself is well aware of bigotry it faces with okay, the biggest bigotry was Lucasfilm taking what's his name off the bloody Asian poster, right? And what they bloody did to him. What was that name of that guy again? Friggin' excellent actor, right? He was awesome in that first one, and then they just sidelined him and made him like the fat Asian chick's love interest for some unknown reason. Sexism is the one problem of its own, even affecting protagonists of Jedi Fallen Order, who was originally intended to be a woman, but racism and plain fandom for some time. You are a lying idiot cunt. And Lucasfilm has decided to get out in front of some of it. So you knew it was going to be shit, right? You knew it was going to be shit, so you were pre-racism claiming. At very least, they decided to pass the buck. To who? What? What are you talking about? Ingram, who played the Inquisitor Weaver, who is shit in this, as part of the new cast of the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus, recently revealed in an interview that with the Independent, that arbiter of good news, that Lucasfilm specifically warned how actors of color have been treated. Yes, somehow, even though you are a person of color and you have suffered so much, you have suffered and suffered. And it's all because of us white people. You have suffered, and we are also sorry about how much you have suffered. And somehow, they don't say everything you do is good. And so they're racist! Even when what you do is shit. It's unbelievable. My subset fan, particularly in recent years, it has something of that. When recently is when everything you did has been shit. That Lucas actually got out of front of it and said, "Oh, that this is a thing. Unfortunately, likely will happen." Then they will say you're shit. It's nothing to a being shit, of course. It's just because they don't like black people, obviously. Do you think? How about this? Do you want to try not miscasting somebody and have her being shit in the role? Do you want to try that and see if it works out the same way? But we are here to help you. You can let us know when it happens. It's a grim reality where such warnings have to be made, but it's refreshing to see that actually support a potential more vulnerable actors in this regard. How are they more vulnerable? You racist cunt. You racist idiot cunt. How's she more vulnerable? She's not more vulnerable. You're just a racist idiot cunt. Even if they aren't taking action against people doing the actual harassing. Okay, this is a review. This is not harassment. How much longer is this shit going? I can finish this without shattering the screen. And just look at this acting job. She's so bad in this episode. John Boyega, right? That was John Boyega who got taken out of the picture. Thor was a book the world documented a black Asian and other actor suffered harassment and from gatekeeping fans. John Boyega got called out the wasted verbal attacks he endured as he actively pushed for important discussions about race. Is there a link to this? Citation, please. Let's see if this actually comes out. This was from May 21st, 2021. Dominica said Star Wars wasted them that were worth having. The race discussions you needed to have were Lucasfilm, who made you grow your hair out. They didn't. Yeah, it was about Lucasfilm, who they didn't even have a hairstylist who could work with black hair. You lying cunts. This is all about Lucasfilm. There's nothing about normal people. Meanwhile, Kelly Tran went through even more of it. She was shit. I'm sorry she's a little Asian woman, a little fat Asian woman. She was still shit. I'm sorry you made her look like a little boy. She was still shit. Her character was shit, and she was shit. From many of the same groups, even for the social media, but think about mental health. Oh no, listen. Do you have any idea how much mental health you have damaged with your shit Star Wars you put out? Oh my god! I mean, honestly, we just had a young man murder, mentally 19 people. Could that have been anything to do with the demonization that young men face constantly by people like you, Lucasfilm? Fucking idiots. No, it's gun control because he's not white, so therefore he's gun control. If he was white, it'd be white supremacy. Could it be? I mean, like these people, they don't care about the kids being killed. They don't care about them. They just like to use them as a cudgel. Oh, these pieces of human excrement. Even though they're supposed to be mental health, it seems as though Lucasfilm knows full well that things haven't improved but since then. No, things haven't improved with Lucasfilm. Luckily, Ingram appears motivated even by the inevitable backlash. I think we have to open up our minds about who can tell what story. Okay, you can tell the story. Anybody able to tell the story can tell the story, right? You are not able to tell the story. You are an incompetent actor. You do not have the emotional range or complexity, and the character is written as a paper-thin piece of cardboard. Right? There's no way this is becoming a real character, a Star Wars fan. Just look at you compared to all the other ones. Like Rupert Friend, he was a real actor. Oh my God. He doesn't have imposter syndrome. I bet you do. We are making strides, but bigger strides need to be taken in terms of allowing women of color to be as limited as white women in their storytelling. I was okay. Leia was also shit, right? She was also grinding, agonizing shit. Don't worry, you're all equally breaking that glass bottom boat and sinking it. Fucking idiots. It's also refreshingly put things in perspective for anyone who thinks that a black woman somehow is out of place in science fiction with Star Wars. To me, it's long overdue. Well, in that case, you're outplaced. Anybody says long overdue is outplaced? I mean, really, look, the bloke from Breaking Bad, he was an awesome villain because he can act. Look at you. Go say, you've got talking towards an aliens, but no people of color. It doesn't make any sense, but you do. Nobody sees color other than you idiots, right? If he's a Star Wars film, it's a long way to go. So the moving on petty racist complaints. This whole article is a petty racist complaint, but it can't be removed completely. Then perhaps making the fan size more inclusive will inevitably force those fans who realize that they are. No, making it more inclusive makes it more people don't want to see it, and it's not because of inclusivity. It's because you make it shit. With its included that you use that as a shield to hide behind, which is what they were doing here. Oh my God. Perhaps open-minded if they want to keep up with the theories that they claim to love. There we go. Truth comes out. That's why it's gatekeeping. It's a whole new form of gatekeeping. Granted, it sounds a pretty idealistic. Perhaps How about this? Why don't you just see if it plays in the marketplace? As you've noticed, it hasn't. Maybe public statement of racist and sexist can be more effective. Who is this piece of shit? Oh my God. Dan Conlin. Do we have anything? 888 useless articles published. We have to do a bit of a deep dive on who Dan Conlin is. What a piece of crap he is. Oh my God. I can't do any more. So we did the first two episodes. Listen, on Tuesday, I'm actually going to we'll go over Star Trek Brave New World episode 4. Good episode. I want to go over good episode. I'm going to spoil it completely, man. But it's, oh my God, that was awful. Okay, fine. With that, I'm hitting the end broadcast button. I'm hitting it again.